Hello, hello, everybody. Say hello, Chris.
Hello, Mr. Crooked Head, Chris. I don't know if it's my head or the hat that's crooked.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming. It's the 16th of April. A couple things I wanted to cover today. One is yesterday, uh, Julia and Michael had their show at 3 o'clock, and Michael covered Catmo, and I believe he covered it better than anyone I've seen so far. I asked Mr. Mike Williams to come on our show or come with us. And I believe he's going to do that sometime this week. Maybe on 360 or maybe on our live. Anyway, it's very good. But I asked him if he'd do it live in front of everyone. Anyway, it's very good. He explains you can't have something before something else. Everything has to go in order. And the same thing with what's going on now. Some people, and I'm not sure why, because it's been explained a few times, the goal of the company, what they're aiming for, is from the very beginning. I'm going to say this again, and you can mark this down because it might save some time. We were told we will pay twice, and then the next time we pay will come out of our profits. I thought, dang. Now, things have changed since then, but they've changed for the better, not worse. It's never worse than Onpassive. If any change is made, it's better than they first said. Give you an example. We're going to pay twice. What, 97 for a founder position? Early bird. I don't like the word founder. So we did it. Most of us did it. Some of us said we're crazy. That's okay. I am crazy. So I'll put that out in the front so everybody knows. And the second one would be anywhere from $200 to $300 for the first product. Reality came in, and Ash had decided, I think from the very beginning really, is when I'm going to give you, the company said, Mr. Mufareh, we're going to give you the 97 back, and we're going to put it in your wallet of OES, where we all migrated to, I hope. And you can use that 97 to purchase the first product, which is OConnect. Unbelievable. On top of that, now that's a plus. That's better than what was said. So anytime they change something, it's better than the original. Second part of that was, if you migrate for free into a potential multi-million-dollar business, we're going to give you an extra $10 worth of OCoin to put in your wallet that can also go towards your first product, which is OConnect. And what happened? OConnect came out for sale September 1st. Some of us jumped on it like a fat rat in a cheese factory, like white on rice, like whatever, okay? And we did it. Here's what happened. Here's the second part of that. It's going to be between $200, $300. It wasn't. It wound up being $143. And it wasn't a month. It was for 3 months. So the price was off the chart lower than what he said. We got the 97 back. Boom. We got paid to migrate. Boom. Okay. The plan was, if the merchant didn't drop the ball, that in 90 days after we pay, which would be December 1st, if everybody paid September 1st, that there would be a time there where we're going to pay out commissions and whatever bonuses are due. The breakdown of all that will be done privately in the back office. Why? Because it's a private matter. We are not an MLM where we brag about dollars and cents. That's nobody's business but ours and the company. You don't go to work and people show your check on Friday. Hey, here's what John Smith made. You know, it's nobody's business. We shouldn't be talking about money. It's private. Anyway, what happened was merchants dropped the ball. So, oh boy. So we kind of fumbled and fell. Nothing to do with us. We went to another merchant. and it wasn't a whole lot better. Not a good experience. Then many merchants were involved, and we could pay, and it just didn't go as smooth as the company wants, and the company wants the very best of the best. So they stopped everything. They stopped payments coming in, they stopped payments going out, because they want to get it right. If all can't be paid, no one will be. Now, let me tell you what else the company did to remind everyone. Because we didn't get commissions and bonuses, whoever has it coming, they stopped receiving money themselves. Ridiculous. I've never seen that in my life. Companies don't do that. Onpassive does. So they stopped it. Why? They want to get this merchant thing correct. People have said to me, to Chris and other people lately, well, if they come out with new packages, I'm not paying for it unless I get whatever bonus or commissions I have. Okay, newsflash. The order will be, the money will be freed up from the merchants, which could be tens of millions of dollars. I believe it is. I don't know. Don't work for the company. I can't see the bankroll. Don't want to see it. I trust the company. Boom. It will be freed up. So if you've got a commission or you got a bonus, you will see it in your wallet. Boom. Next will be probably O-Verified. Not 100% sure, but let's figure it might be. The next will be the new packages. Why would the company, a company that's done nothing but good for us, bring out new packages now if you weren't paid your commission or your bonuses? Because if they brought it out before that happens, everyone would have to pay out of pocket again, or wait for the bonuses and commissions. So without him saying it, he did say it, by the way, without him saying it, he's not going to do that. I don't need to ask him. I don't need to talk about it. It's just fact. We know what, and if you're plugged in, you'll know this. Now, nobody has a guarantee of how much and what they're getting unless you did pre-build. You already know how many people you personally brought in. What we don't know is the structure of Onpassive that we can't see yet. It has to do with timestamp and all that. Okay, that is something that hasn't been revealed. And that's okay. Because if they did, trust me, somebody would go out and yabber about it. Then it would go to the second person, third person, fourth person, and then it would wind up being a lie and not false. And what was said was not true. I recommend very highly, do not ever mention how much money you make. Just don't do that. Down the road, you can have fun and say, look, you make a video, you put in people in the video, and in the video it says, here's some testimonials. Marty DeGarmo, you've been in Onpassive for the last 6 months. What has it done for you? Well, because I'm Onpassive, I'm debt free. Or because of Onpassive, I have changed my zip code. I got a new house, the house of my dreams. Really? Wow, that's pretty cool. Do I have to mention money there? Isn't that powerful enough? Or I was able to purchase this new car and show a picture of it. And then what? Well, I filled up my tank. I got what I needed for me and my family. And then we blessed another family with this, and this. Something happened, and we were able to give to this cause or that cause. That's the ultimate goal. That's what Ash wants to do. Now, could there be some early bird people that maybe don't have it quite enough to pay for the product coming out? You still don't have to take it out of your pocket. Why? Well, let's remember this. You got to pay the first time. I don't care who you are. You can't bypass that. But the second payment, if you don't have quite enough, my opinion, you could probably wait a couple hours and you will. Or you just stay paused as your wallet builds up, you get enough, kick it back in gear. So the truth is still there. Okay, the truth is still there. But the goal And the big deal for the company is what? To make it so everyone has enough so they don't have to pay out of pocket again. Okay, they don't have to pay out of pocket again. None of this has changed. Because people don't understand, I don't understand why we would think the worst of the company. They have never given us a reason to go south when they've done nothing but give and give and give. I don't know exactly, but I'm assuming that millions of dollars the company has paid to run OConnect for free. I'm on there every day playing trivia. It's a lot of fun. And it's to the point now, I know, okay, I used to say, my opinion. This is not my opinion. OConnect is the best video conferencing platform in the world. If you could prove me wrong, go do it. You get a free, you can try it out for free. And I don't think it can be, there's no comparison. There's no money comparison. There's no technology comparison. There's no feature comparison. There's just no comparison. Now, you want to fight for second place, go for it. There's a lot of you out there, do it. But all around, the whole 360 of Onpassive is off the chart compared to anybody else. That's fact. And you can say, oh, Marty, you're full of crap. Okay, prove it. Go in and you compare the money and the license you have to have for these other ones. Nobody says that. And don't compare a meeting to a webinar. Compare webinar to webinar, meeting to meeting. Anyway, and on top of that, every day or so, a new feature comes out. Somebody mumbled, hey, you know that more down at the bottom left-hand corner? Yeah, it's pretty hard to see. 2 days later, they enlarged it. I don't know if they got fairies floating around, but it's better. It's bigger. The camera. They didn't want us to have to use our mouse, go to the top and click the gear. Now the camera adjustment is right on the camera button at the bottom. That's what kind of stuff they do. Oh, we don't want you to have to scan over. You know, I mean, no joke. It's amazing what they've done for us to just make it better and better. They keep stacking the cool, as Mr. Mufareh would say. But remember the goal of the company. Give. The company wants to give. The company wants to make you a hero. I don't care whose name pops on the screen. If you're in Onpassive, you have become an expert marketer. Imagine that. Expert. Your branding skills is expert. Because everything that happens in Onpassive must come through a early bird founder. Everything. Think about that. Now, can you speed it along? You darn right you can. I've brought up many things you can do without being a so-called marketer. Good thing not to call yourself a marketer if you're not. Just like it's a good thing for me not to call myself a heart surgeon, because you would not want me opening your chest, okay? You're going to die. All right, you will be dead. So anyway, keep that in mind. Remember what Onpassive was, their goal is, what their intent is from the very, very beginning. Nothing's changed. Only that we were given more than they promised. If you're going to break a promise and it's better than what you promised, I'll forgive them. I'll let it go. But to come up and make a statement like, well, I'm not doing this and I'm not doing, okay, nobody told you to. Nothing's changed. And if you have that thought, either you're hearing from the wrong people or you're in the wrong group or something's wrong. If negativity like that comes out, or you think that every second that goes by, the company's going to try to get over on you, prove it. I haven't seen it in 5 years. And there's other people here that haven't seen it in going on 6 years. And once again, before I turn it over to Chris, one of the sharpest guys in Onpassive is Mike Williams. He did Catmo. You got to watch it. In fact, I hope you don't if Mike's coming on, because I want you to watch it live. Okay, see, I was being honest. I'm just kidding. But you really need to see it, because he also goes through, you can't go to C before you do A, B, and A, B. You can't go to Z. You have to go in order. And for some reason, and I think one of the biggest problems we have, I'm always going to say we, because I'm not perfect. Trust me. Ask my wife. You got to go boom, 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 boom. And some people, because I think the mentality of us, a lot of us sometimes was as a customer. We are founders and we are doing stuff in beta testing. We're part of the company. It's part of you. You would not criticize if you owned a business, you would not walk into your own business and start criticizing it. Guarantee it. You know that. So think about that when you talk. Think about it when you're on a webinar. Are things perfect? No. To me, OConnect is perfect. But guess what? Not to the company. Because their outlook on passive is great is not good enough. And as long as you have the company's mentality of we want to give you more than you can handle, and we care about others more than some of us care for ourselves, no joke, what could go wrong? This is a beautiful place to be. I just want people to let go of this waiting for something to happen. Life's too short for that. Let's go by what they did. Let's go by where we're going. Let's go by what always have been said and live life like we should. We're very blessed to be here. Anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Chris, and I only talked, dang it, 19 minutes again. All right, anyway, go ahead, Chris. You got 19 minutes.
Before I start my 19 minutes, I did see David's Switzer's live yesterday apologizing to you, because you know how David is. I told him we're just terminating him just to mess.
David, don't do another video about apologizing. I was joking with you. My God.
That was funny. I think
Go
he's
ahead,
having
Chris.
fun. Let him have fun, bud.
He is. He was laughing. He's
Oh Lord. I was making comments. I could see you smiling, David. Good stuff there, Marty. That's a tough one to follow. I'll try, but I want to start off with saying some prayers from some of our founders. Tim Johnson informed me last night that he has to have eye surgery. You guys remember he was having issues with his eyes. Keep prayers for him. Kay Moss is having an upcoming surgery. Say some prayers for her. Gladys' sister, remember about her. Keep saying prayers for her. Paul and Gemma Ramaki, prayers. They're going through some stuff. Jerry Nix's wife is on the way to the doctor right now. I seen in here. We're praying for you. So very important. Last night I had gone to. If I don't show up, a lot of people ask where have I been. Down here, I've joined up with a church. Not joined up. I started going to my cousin's church, and we do a lot of things together. It's really, really nice. Last night we do a men's group once a month, and every Wednesday we do another group. But where we go is this gentleman's house, Bob. Absolutely beautiful house on the river. And the pastor of the church comes, and we all bring steak or meat or whatever, and he cooks it up for us. And it's really nice to sit down again with people that believe in what you believe in. We have talks and discussions. It's something different for me, and it's very nice. I enjoy it. So if you don't see me on the Minnow show trivia, that's usually where I'm at. And I usually get home sometimes late, sometimes I jump on, sometimes I just go to bed. So I want to read a few things that yesterday I kind of had I'm going to take a break and think about things. So I thought about something crazy. It's like, what, people said, what has Ash Mufareh done for you? Man. So I thought about that. What can I ask the internet what Ash Mufareh has done for me? And I thought about, wonder how many licenses you need to own a global tech company. So I found them, and I want to read them to you. And just bear with me. business license, and I'm not going to read each definition. You can go back and look at it yourself. Business license, intellectual property rights, export licenses, industry-specific licenses, data protection and privacy compliance, software licenses, financial licenses, telecommunication licenses, healthcare compliance, environmental regulations. I'm not done. Employment and labor laws, tax and VAT registration, import and custom regulations, local business permits, regulatory compliance. And you ask, what has Mufareh done for me? All right, there's some things that you all might think is impossible or have never even heard him talking about. Well, he has compliance laws. And now, this is with many governments, not just with one. And all the licenses and what he needs to actually, keep this going. He's got to be legal. He's got to be legit, compliant with many countries. And I brought this up because I don't think people think that way. We think, oh, Ask Mufareh just thought of it. He pushes a button and it's on. I don't understand, or I don't think people understand the steps and the years it took him to put all this together, to hire some of the smartest people in the world to help him put Onpassive all together. And then to find, 3 million people to help him put it out what we're trying to do. It's a lot of work. So if someone asks you, what has Ask Mufareh ever done for you? Point him in that direction. It's real simple because I get that question every day. I could add another million things. I won't because we'll be here all day. And I don't want to bore you. I think you should already know that now. So I'm having fun. And I'm doing a lot of screenshotting yesterday. All right, I like this. Now I'm going to read you something. And I'm going to ask you if it reminds you of Onpassive. And then I'm going to ask you, where do you think this came from? So bear with me. A little fun trivia today. You ready? It starts off with, I believe I do it in the right order. Close your eyes. Take a breath. Make a wish. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Reach out. Touch what was once just in your imagination. Don't be shy. It's all right if you feel a little trepidation. Sometimes these things don't need explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look at them and view it. Somebody to hold on to. It's all we really need, nothing else to it. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of my creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to, do it. Want to change the world? There's nothing to it. Now, if you know what that is, it's one of my favorite songs. It's one of my favorite funny movies. And I read those words because I sung them, never really listened to the lyrics. Like most of us, we could sing songs, and a lot of the times you guys are actually saying the wrong words. And there's a comedian out there, if you ever get a chance, who his skit is he'd sing songs and we've all said the wrong stuff, and it's funny. But I compared, which I don't normally do, this song to Ask Mufareh, my creation. Imagine it. All things that Ash has told us in the last 5 years. Changing the world. Now, anybody guess it yet? Come on, I haven't seen anyone guessing because you're all writing in the chat. Let me see if anyone's guessed it yet. The song is called Pure Imagination. What movie was it from? Very good. 2 movies, actually. And I thought, man, what other better way to explain what Onpassive really is? It really all started with an imagination. An imagination by watching bad things that are happening in this world. And that was from one individual, Ask Mufareh, who used his imagination, man, what can I do to better this? How can I fix this? Not one thing, many things. Now it's everything. And that song, it means a lot to me because everything that's said in there Yeah, someone got it. Willy Wonka. There you go. Henry Horn. I don't know if you're the first one. Gina Leva, of course, I knew you'd get it. Look up the lyrics and read those lyrics over and over in your head and tell me that isn't what Onpassive is, because it did all start with an imagination. But it started with an imagination of seeing bad things, like most of us. How many of you seen something that was so bad, like, oh my God, I wish that would happen? Um, Child slavery, people robbed, murdered, raped. How do we fix all this stuff? In a perfect world, we wouldn't have that kind of things. All right, and I believe Ash Mufareh is trying to introduce a perfect world and what we can do to stop many things. Now, are we going to stop every bad thing? No, probably not, because there's the devil likes working in a lot of ways, you know. But use your imagination instead of saying, like Marty touched on, is waiting, waiting, waiting. Turn your imagination into something that you've always wanted to do, or maybe create. I'm going to listen. Not only are we going to have the most millionaires, a few billionaires out of Onpassive for record setting, but we're also going to have millions of people that have had ideas of something they wanted to do to either better their lives or an idea, and they're going to turn that into reality, because now they're going to have the ability for monetary to help do these ideas. I don't know if I've done this a few times. It's a lot of money just for a patent. It's a lot of money for licensing. You're going to have that monetary help you're going to need. And that's one thing I truly love about Onpassive is, I mean, I got a million ideas. I've heard people with a million ideas. And I tell them, don't tell me. Keep them to yourself. Wait till Onpassive just completely goes viral and then put it into fruition, because Ash Mufareh is expecting that. He loves people's new ideas. He loves things that are better and things. We've heard it for years. How will you build a better mousetrap? And there's millions of people who've done all kind of crazy mousetraps over the years. Building a better technical company is just the same thing. And that's what he did. Of course, people don't see it yet, but that's what he did, because probably the people that they only hear us talk, this is impossible, it can't happen. We already know what's happening. Why? I did use my imagination. I've used my imagination my whole life, but I never really had the means to say, wow, yep. Always wanted to own my own island. I always wanted to live in my own island, go fishing, my own rules, my own regulations on my own island. Freedom. Go there a couple months out of the year just to get away from all the craziness. That's my imagination. That's going to come true. All right. Some of you built boats. Judy Miller's husband built a boat. He used his imagination. He did it. I could see him in the future, maybe starting a little company, building little boats like that. You never know. Onpassive has led your mind to greater things, and some of you just don't know it yet. Use your imagination. I gave you a couple things that will help you out. I can see Marty's wiggling his fingers on his cap, so he's going to say something. He's going to say something. Not yet, DeGarmo. You had your 19 minutes. Give me a couple more. All of us right now have a situation, including me, that we don't like. I think I could talk to almost everybody about that. There's something in your life that's building up animosity, and it's driving you crazy. Let it go. Better things are coming. Let it go. Let the big guy upstairs hold on to it for you. He's going to help you fix it. All right. Let it go. Onpassive is coming. It will change your life. It's going to change your world. It's going to change everyone's world that wanted to get into it. And the people that didn't want to get into it, I don't know what to tell you. You will. Because the people that have to see to believe, and there's 8 billion people in this world, and there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them that are like that. They got to see it. Let me give you an example. I normally use the wind. You can't see the wind, but you breathe it every day. And I'm going to use a funny one from Florida, because if you saw the video I posted on my Facebook where I was last night, this guy's backyard is right on the river. It's going to the ocean. And you guys have heard me talk about no-see-ums. There's a little bugs that got alligator mouths that you cannot see. And we sat out there for a couple hours, and I could notice everyone was doing this or they're scratching. When I got home, I had a scratch fest. These little buggers had tore me up again. I can't see them, but I sure felt them, and they were biting me. Till 2 hours after I got home, I was still getting bitten by these things. That's another thing is, oh man, should I believe it? Is it just my skin reacting to the wind? Or is there something actually biting me? But I can't see it. Onpassive bites me every day, but I can feel it. Onpassive goes through my brain every single day because I know it. This is what drove Mufareh to doing what he was doing, because he saw things that other people didn't see, like homelessness, kids without shoes, kids that are starving, kids that have got to walk miles to get dirty water. He's seen it, so he put something in place. We didn't see it. Some of us saw it. Some of us walked right over the person that was laying on the ground. Mufareh, if anything, to anyone that's listening out there that doesn't believe in him, has put into over 3 million people, said probably a lot more, about we could do something about things that are wrong. We can't walk over people. We can't just let bad keep happening, because the world has gone to hell in a handbag. He wants to bring it out. Before he dies, he wants to change the world for the better, not leave it what it was in the worst. And that's exactly what the world is right now. Let me tell you something. The no-see-ums in Florida, they bite a lot of people. They bite a lot of people in this world. And we smack at them and we slap. They're not going to go away. They're not going to go away. But can we find a better way to get rid of no-see-ums? And I'm talking about negativity. There's a way to get rid of negativity. Don't believe in it. Constantly believe in being positive. All right, knowing that Mufareh, with all of our help, with all of his tech team and these people he's got surrounding him, working with him, are going to do good. That's all I see it as. People, this morning, some guy laid some stuff on my post I put out last night. Mufareh is a liar, is a fake. I block him. Goodbye. I know the truth. Another no-see-um tried to bite me, but I got rid of that one. I smacked that one down. That's all you got to do. Use your imagination. Realize what Mufareh has done for all of us, because it's a lot of work. It's not just clicking a button. It's things that we can't see. Have any of you ever thought about the licensing and the policies he's got to go through for each country? Whoo, man. And some of you get upset when your checkbook goes a little crazy. He's got a book for the world right now he's got to go through on a daily basis. So I love every one of you. If you got a birthday, happy birthday. Praying for the individuals. If there's more I miss, we're praying for you anyway. Use your imagination. And yes, I'm excited to watch Michael Williams come on. It's going to be a lot of fun. And as Vivine Benny just said, no time to stress, keep smiling. Marty DeGarmo, back to you.
Fantastic. There was one thing I was thinking about when you were talking. You know, most of us in Onpassive, from me meeting a lot of you, not all of you, but a lot of you, let's say, would be labeled as a dreamer. You're always looking for something bigger and better. That was me. And I remember people saying it. Oh my gosh, Marty, what are you doing now? What are you doing now? I never thought at 59 years old that somebody I never met would build a platform perfect for me. A dreamer, believing that things are possible, believing in mankind, meeting people around the world. I mean, it was actually, sometimes I feel like it was custom made. Onpassive was custom made for me. And the beauty of that is a lot of you feel the same way. That is awesome. Absolutely awesome. And I just wanted to say that because I'm thinking if I went out and I had all the resources and I had all the people just lined up to do what I wanted, would not be any better than Onpassive is. I couldn't have done this. fell right into everything. I mean, I don't get up and say, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like nothing ever. When we come on, I'm sitting here and literally, Chris can tell you, he says the word literally. Literally, I do not know what we're going to talk about until I hit the start button. And then it hits me. Why would that be? Why would you know? Why would you feel what to say if you did not love what you were doing? Now, I could see if I had a prompter and I'm reading something that's scripted. Well, for one thing, I can't read well enough, so I'd sound like freaking R2D2. But no, but I mean, you talk about something you love. Guaranteed, whatever your passion is, horses. Lori can talk about horses all day, all night, never skip a beat. Why? She loves it. People that love movies, people that love collecting coins, people that, whatever your passion is. And the beauty of that is, whatever your passion is, through your imagination, you can go to the max with Onpassive. You will never, ever outrun Onpassive. You'll never outthink Onpassive. You'll never use it to the max because it's constantly growing. We are so blessed. And whatever you do, if you don't listen to anything else I say, master one thing. Master one thing. Master being you. Bring you to your 100%. You'll know on your way because the smile on your face will get bigger and bigger. You'll get more confident. You'll get taller. You'll look thinner. You look like you dyed your hair. When in reality, all you did is feel comfortable about yourself. You believe in what you're doing and you believe where you're at. It's a beautiful feeling. It really is. No matter all the crap that goes on in my house, nobody's here right now. It's crazy here. All the grandchildren need some kind of special help. It's just, you just couldn't imagine. But the one beautiful thing, one of the most beautiful, I love my family more than anything, but one of the most beautiful things besides my family is Onpassive. I know I can go here into this great world that is created, and how could you not be happy? I love it here. I love everybody. I get upset over certain things, but I would get upset with something I love and something goes wrong. I don't like it when people don't pay attention to what, because paying attention, if that's all you're asked to do, we should be good at paying attention. That's all. We should try our best. Anyway, that's all I have. Chris, anything else? All right, I'm going to say goodbye and thank you everybody for being here. We had almost 400 people. That's not bad. And 360 this week is going to be on Thursday.
Red's coming on at 11. I almost forgot.
Oh, Red's coming on at 11. I don't say it because he's always on at 11, I think, unless he says not.
But I always forget.
Anyway, so Thursday, 6 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Daylight Time is scheduled for 360, not tomorrow, because Red has to go somewhere. Anyway, see you all, and thank you so much for being here. I'm glad you were here. I appreciate it. Bye.